Look up in the sky. It's the superhero of travel. It's Ricky TYUS from It's Your Time to Travel on TalkTainmentRadio.com. Radio the way it should be heard. So our topic for today is French Lick Resort in Indiana. It is a very drivable destination, and we were supposed to have a special call-in guest, but he had a family emergency. So Isaac Washington was not able to call in, but I will gladly cover everything for him that he wanted to talk about. This week, It's Your Time to Travel was invited to French Lick, Indiana, and when I told my family that I was going to southern Indiana, they said to me, "What the heck were you thinking about going down there in that part of the country?" French Lick, Indiana is an hour away from Louisville. It's in southern Indiana. To get there, I had to, and I'm coming from Toledo because that's where I was coming from. To get there, I had to go through Indianapolis, Bloomington, and then once I got down to lower Indiana, I had to take back roads to get to the main highway 56 that took me to the resort. From Toledo, it's about a 5.5 hour drive. From Cleveland, it's a 7 hour drive. From Detroit, it's probably a 6.5 hour drive. From Columbus, it's a 4.5 hour drive. From Louisville, it's an hour drive. From Cincinnati, it's probably 2 hours. But I spent 3 days in French Lick, Indiana. French Lick, Indiana, population for French Lick is about 1,900 people. According to my notes in the census in the 2010 census, the population was 1,807 people. Okay, and this resort, and what you're looking at now, you're looking at West Baden Springs Hotel, which is considered the best hotel in the world. You were looking at the dome of the hotel, and how amazing that is. But French Lick is a town in French Lick Township, Orange County, in the southern state of Indiana. The population in the 2010 census was only 1,807, but I'm told about 1,900 people live there. French Lick Resort also has the casino. It's the state's 10th casino. And French Lick, Indiana is most famous for being the hometown of basketball legend Larry Bird. So, French Lick Resort. French Lick Resort, named America's Best Historic Resort by Historic Hotels of America, features 2 historic grand hotels nested in the Hoosier National Forest of southern Indiana. The French Lick Spring Hotel and West Baden Spring Hotel provides a luxurious AAA 4-diamond accommodations. And these hotels are absolutely beautiful, just totally beautiful. I stayed in the French Lick Spring Hotel, and in the lobby, you see all this gold hanging there, and what looked like to me was painted gold, I'm told, is real gold. I'm told that it's real gold. It's an easy drive from Indianapolis and Louisville. This upscale 3,000-acre complex destination features 3 championship golf courses, world-class spas, Vegas-style gaming, horseback riding, activities for kids, and all this is part of a $600 million restoration and development project. And again, I would say around 1,900 people live in the town of French Lick, West Baden Springs, Indiana. And most are employed by the resort. If I had Isaac here, he can tell you exactly how many people are employed by the resort. But most of the people in the town is employed by the resort. The history of the French Lick Resort. French Lick Springs and West Baden Springs hotels were the iconic symbol of great economic achievement back in the early 1900s for rural southern Indiana. The region of Orange County, with its small towns of French Lick and West Baden, became a famed vacation and gathering place for wealthy and prominent society members. In 1845, Dr. William Bowes built French Lick Springs Hotel, which drew guests from as far as 100 miles away to partake of the miracle waters from the sulfur springs that naturally surface in the area. 5 years later, another doctor by the name of John Lane saw the success of French Lick Spring Hotel and decided to build his own health resort just 1 mile up the road, and he originally named it Mile Lick Inn. He later changed the name of the hotel in the town to West Baden Springs after the famous mineral spring in West Baden, Germany. That's a pretty amazing history. But these hotels have gone through a period of how can I say, they needed to be updated. Lee W. Sinclair transformed West Baden Springs Hotel into a sophisticated resort when he assumed ownership in 1888. He added an opera house, a golf course, church, ball field, and double-decker pony and bicycle track. A fire ravaged the hotel in 1901, but St. Clair used the opportunity to further transform West Baden Springs Hotel into a world-class facility. With a $414,000 budget and a one-year timeline, St. Clair erected a hotel modeled after the grandest spas of Europe, complete with the world's largest free-span dome which stretched 200 feet. And one of the videos that he showed the dome was showed and how big that dome really is. It's magnificent to look at. Very magnificent to look at. That same year, French Lick Spring Hotel also rose to international prominence after the mayor of Indianapolis purchased the property. And that's what the complex looks like that you're looking at right now. He expanded the hotel and added luxury furnishings and marble floors. Still exists today. Designed 2 championship golf courses and started bottling Pluto water for national sale. During this time, Mr. Taggart became the Democratic national chairman, and French Lick Springs became the Democratic national chairman, and French Lick Springs Hotel became the unofficial headquarters for the Democratic National Party. During the Democratic Governors Conference at French Lick in 1931, Franklin Delano Roosevelt rounded up support for the party's presidential nomination. A year later, he became the official Democratic candidate and won the presidency in 1932. While French Lick Springs Hotel remained a functioning resort over the next 100 years, the same could not be said for West Baden Springs Hotel. After the stock market crashed of 1929, the hotel was sold to the Society of Jesus for $1 in 1934. The TYUS removed many of the building's elegant appointments and operated as and operated for 30 years. Northwood College was the next tenant from 1967 to 1983, and then the magnificent building sat unoccupied for 13 years. I was told from Isaac, and Isaac is a sales rep that brought me down to French Lick and in the area down there, that at one time in this dome that we talk about, this huge dome that you see when you look at the videos, at one time they had a circus in there. That's one of the tenants they had in there, was a circus was performing in that huge dome at West Baden Springs. But if you go back in the history, when a 180-foot, 6-story section of West Baden Springs Hotel collapsed in 1991, that's the dome that we're talking about. It crumbled further from its glory days. The once lavish hotel, dubbed as the eighth wonder of the world by journalists when it opened, was reduced to a pile of rubble. It now had a not-so-prestigious place on the National Trust list of 11 most endangered historic properties in the United States. Luckily, help was nearby. Indiana Landmarks, the largest nonprofit group in the nation, partnered with Bill and Gail Cook, philanthropists, Bill and Gail Cook, to make a permanent positive impact on both the hotel and the depressed region around it. In addition to pioneering medical advances, Bill and Gail, along with their son Carl, who I met, had become leaders of the American historical restoration movement by acquiring and rehabbing dozens of buildings throughout the state. They wanted their work to result in living, breathing, historic places that would be around for centuries to come. French Lick Resort was the ideal target. Mr. Cook's initial handshake on a multi-million-dollar pledge for the stabilization and partial renovation of West Baden Springs Hotel got the ball rolling on a much more ambitious plan than anyone could have imagined. Their investment not only saved West Baden Springs Hotel, but also restored French Lick Springs Hotel to its former glory. And this is a magnificent place. Marble floors. It's just they have gold like the gold that you see is I'm told is real gold. French Lick Resort was the ideal target. Mr. Cook initials handshake on a multi-million-dollar pledge for the stabilization and renovation of West Baden Springs got the ball rolling on a much more ambitious plan than anyone could imagine. The refurbished French Lick Springs Hotel and its new casino officially opened in November 2006. Story I'm told about that casino: the casino started off as most casinos did. They started off being on a barge, a floating barge. And the casino was originally owned by Donald Trump. But when Donald Trump filed bankruptcy, he lost or wasn't able to keep ownership of the casino. And that's when French Lick, Mr. Cook, they went in and purchased the casino. So the refurbished French Lick Spring Hotel and its new casino officially opened in November of 2006. And the large part of the restoration of West Baden Springs Hotel started the next day. When it was all said and done, it required about $600 million in renovations to create the resorts you see today. More than a decade after the save of the century, tourism is once again thriving in that area. So that was kind of a history of French Lick, Indiana, and West Baden Springs Hotel. So what you're looking at now is this area, this hotel sits on 3,000 acres. And what you're looking at now is one of the golf courses, the Pete Dye French Lick Golf Course. This is a golf course that is played on by the LPGA. So we talk about French Lick as being a resort. They have the Pete Dye course at French Lick. They have the Donald Ross course at French Lick, and they have the Valley Links course at French Lick. Some of the activities they have you ever heard of foot golf? They have activity called foot golf. And foot golf combines the elements of soccer and golf to create a fun-filled game that all ages can play. Played on the Valley Links course using traditional golf rules and etiquette, a soccer ball replaces the golf ball and your feet are used instead of clubs. With no prior experience needed, a game of 9 or 18 holes can be enjoyed by all members of the family. And they call it foot golf, and I'm told this is very popular in French Lick, Indiana. You know, people travel to French Lick to play on one of the 3 golf courses, and they bring their family, and while the adults are off playing golf, the kids are playing foot golf. So, again, we're talking about all the things that can be done. They provide shuttle service. Like I said, this is 3,000 acres. They provide a shuttle service to all the properties that belong to French Lick Resort and West Baden Springs. So there's a trolley that will go around and pick people up and take them to the different destinations. They have a shuttle bus. They have a rail trolley. They offer Wi-Fi. They have a fitness center. I'm just reading some of the things they have going on. They also have a bowling alley, Pluto's Alley and Arcade. They have surreal and bike rentals. They have historical tours. They have the spas at French Lick. They have the spa at West Baden. They have indoor and outdoor pools. They have hot tubs. They have stables, the stables at French Lick Resort. They do trail rides. They do pony rides and stable tours. So they have all these things going on. It's 3,000 acres. It's easy to drive to this area. It's an easy drive coming from Columbus, Cincinnati, or Louisville. They have the spas really look amazing. It's amazing property, 4-star hotel. French Lick Springs is 443 guest rooms, 3 courses of golf, casino. So you can spend a weekend there and just have so much to do. Area attractions in the area is they have the French Lick West Baden Museum. They have the French Lick Scenic Railroad, which I'm told goes all the way down to Louisville, turns around and comes back. They have the French Lick Winery. They have different parks. And also, I need to tell you that this is the Amish area. Going down there, I saw horse and buggy. Coming back, I saw 3 or 4 horse and buggies of Amish people just going about their business. So again, this is southern Indiana. Southern Indiana, you're a mile from Louisville. If you want to fly into French Lick, there's a couple ways to do it. You can take a flight into French Lick Airport. You can fly directly into French Lick Airport, located just 5 minutes from the resort, and take advantage of free executive shuttle pickup. The airport includes a 5,500-foot runway and state-of-the-art equipment. It serves a variety of private, charter, and corporate flights. The Louisville International Airport, you can fly into Louisville, located about 1 hour from French Lick Resort. The Louisville Regional Airport has nonstop service to more than 25 destinations and convenient connections to cities worldwide. So if you're interested in booking, or if you want more information on West Baden Springs Hotel or French Lick Spring Hotel, give me a call at 866-547-5362, and I can take care of that for you. This will be set up on my website in the next 24 to 48 hours. Everything there is to do at French Lick. Again, French Lick, it has a casino. It has 442 rooms that has been restored. This is the first hotel that I've stayed in a long time that the water was hot. Not scorching hot, but hot, comfortable hot. You know, it wasn't lukewarm. It was hot and instantly got hot. I thought that was fantastic. You know, again, you're looking at the resort. It's totally amazing. Totally amazing. The dome in the West Baden Spring Hotel, Isaac told me at one time, in order to keep the place open, they had a circus in there. But that hotel, the West Baden Springs Hotel, has 243 rooms, 6 dining options, retail shops, indoor, outdoor, pools and hot tubs, carriage rides. Indiana, it's a historical, they do historical tours, and they also have live music going on too. So from reading reviews, people that don't have kids prefer to stay in the West Baden Spring Hotel. People with kids prefer to stay in the French Lick Spring Hotel because they have bowling and they have all these other things going on for kids. Again, don't forget about foot golf. You know, it's amazing. It's an amazing game. Isaac took me around to the different golf courses, and it's a beautiful golf course. In my hat, French Lick Resort. Yep. So these are 2 amazing destinations. There's plenty to do. We're going to try and make this a drive destination, get it out there that people know that it's there and they can drive to the destination if you're looking to get away and you don't want to fly. You know, but French Lick Spring Hotel and West Baden Spring Hotel are just amazing 4 diamond destinations that you can drive to. French Lick Spring Hotel had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different places that you can eat at. They also have a casino. Now, the first time I've ever gone to a casino where I had to take out my driver's license, put it in the slot, and then they took a picture of me. That's the first time that has ever happened. But those are all the things they did for me to get into the casino. But yeah, it's a truly amazing place. Look up in the sky. It's the superhero of travel. It's Ricky TYUS, and we're able to take you around the world by air, land, and sea, even by flying saucer on TalkTamerRadio.com, radio the way it should be heard.